We have often heard about regime change operation, but most of us are unfamiliar with the concept of how regime change operations are conducted, instigated and perpetrated. In this video we will look into the factors contributed in change of governments around the world. Let's begin. A regime change operation by the USA refers to a significant political intervention by the United States government aimed at overthrowing or replacing a foreign government or political regime. This can be achieved through various means, including 1. Military intervention, invasion or bombing. 2. Covert operations, CIA-backed coups or assassinations. 3. Diplomatic pressure, economic sanctions, isolation, or negotiations. 4. Support for opposition groups or rebels. 5. Propaganda and psychological operations. Some examples of regime change operations by the USA include 1. Iran, 1953, overthrow of Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh. 2. Guatemala, 1954, overthrow of President Jacobo Arbenz. 3. Vietnam, 1960s, attempted overthrow of North Vietnamese government. 4. Chile, 1973, overthrow of President Salvador Allende. 5. Iraq, 2003, overthrow of Saddam Hussein. 6. Libya, 2011, overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi. 7. Syria, 2011, attempted overthrow of Bashar al-Assad. Regime change operations can have significant geopolitical consequences, including 1. Instability and power vacuums. 2. Humanitarian crises and refugee displacement. 3. Anti-American sentiment and backlash. 4. Unintended consequences, e.g., rise of extremist groups. 5. Long-term occupation and nation-building challenges. It's important to note that not all regime change operations are successful, and the outcomes can be controversial and debated among historians, political analysts, and policymakers. Here are some examples of failed regime change operations by the USA. 1. Cuba, 1961, Bay of Pigs invasion, attempting to overthrow Fidel Castro's government, ended in disaster. 2. Vietnam, 1960s. Despite significant military intervention, the USA failed to overthrow the North Vietnamese government. 3. Iran, 1979, the CIA-backed coup attempt to overthrow the new Islamic government after the Iranian Revolution failed. 4. Afghanistan, 1980s, the CIA's support for anti-Soviet mujahideen ultimately led to the rise of extremist groups like Al-Qaeda and the Taliban. 5. Syria, 2011, the CIA's Timber Sycamore program aimed to arm and train rebels to overthrow Bashar al-Assad, but it was ultimately shut down due to ineffectiveness and concerns about extremist groups. 6. Venezuela, 2019, the USA recognized Juan Guaido as the interim president, but the regime change attempt failed to gain traction, and Nicolas Maduro remains in power. 7. Nicaragua, 1980s, the CIA's support for Contra rebels failed to overthrow the socialist government of Daniel Ortega. 8. Haiti, 1990s, the USA's attempt to overthrow Jean-Bertrand Aristide's government led to political instability and a failed occupation. 9. Somalia, 1990s, the USA's intervention in the Somali Civil War led to the infamous Black Hawk Down incident and ultimately failed to achieve its goals. 10. Libya, 2011, the overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi led to a power vacuum and instability, with the country still divided and chaotic today. These examples illustrate the complexities and risks of regime change operations, highlighting the importance of careful consideration and planning in foreign policy interventions. Regime Change Operation 2022 in Pakistan. In 2022, there was a political and constitutional crisis in Pakistan, which took place from April 3 to April 10, 2022. The crisis was a result of the no-confidence motion against then-Prime Minister Imran Khan, which was dismissed by the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Qasim Khan Suri, during a session. Here are the key points of the crisis. A no-confidence motion was filed against Imran Khan. The Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Qasim Khan Suri, dismissed the motion. Khan advised the President to dissolve the National Assembly. The Supreme Court took a suo motu notice of the situation. The court declared the dismissal of the no-confidence motion and the dissolution of the National Assembly as unconstitutional. The National Assembly was reconvened, and the no-confidence motion was passed, resulting in Khan's removal from office. Khan became the first Prime Minister of Pakistan to be removed through a no-confidence motion. The crisis highlighted the ongoing political instability in Pakistan and the frequent coups by the country's powerful military. The regime change operation in Pakistan in 2022, which led to the ousting of Prime Minister Imran Khan, has been widely reported to have involved the country's military establishment, particularly the then Chief of Army Staff, General Qamar Javed Bajwa. General Bawa and the military establishment were reportedly dissatisfied with Imran Khan's government and its policies, particularly its handling of the economy and foreign policy. The military had long been considered the dominant force in Pakistani politics, and General Bawa was seen as a key player in the country's political landscape. The events leading up to the regime change operation included 1. Political tensions and rifts between Imran Khan and the military establishment. 2. Allegations of corruption and mismanagement against Imran Khan's government. 3. Economic crisis and inflation. 4. Foreign policy disagreements, particularly with the United States. 5. The military's increasing dissatisfaction with Imran Khan's handling of the situation in Kashmir. The regime change operation itself involved 1. The filing of a no-confidence motion against Imran Khan. 2. The military's tacit support for the opposition parties. 3. The Deputy Speaker's dismissal of the no-confidence motion. 4. The Supreme Court's intervention and ruling against the dismissal. 5. The eventual passing of the no-confidence motion and Imran Khan's ousting. General Bawa's role in the regime change operation has been widely reported and criticized, with many seeing it as a violation of the military's constitutional mandate to remain neutral in political affairs. The events have sparked debates about the military's influence in Pakistani politics and the need for democratic reforms. The military's role in the regime change in Pakistan in 2022 was significant, with the country's powerful military establishment playing a key part in the ousting of Prime Minister Imran Khan. Here are some aspects of the military's involvement. 1. Behind-the-scenes maneuvering. The military, led by General Qamar Javed Bajwa, was reportedly dissatisfied with Imran Khan's government and its policies. They began secretly meeting with opposition leaders and persuading them to file a no-confidence motion. 2. Support for the opposition. The military tacitly supported the opposition parties, providing them with crucial backing to mobilize against Imran Khan's government. 3. Pressure on Imran Khan. The military allegedly put pressure on Imran Khan to step down or face consequences, including the possibility of a coup. 4. Role in the no-confidence motion. The military's influence was evident in the successful passage of the no-confidence motion, with some lawmakers claiming they were coerced or bribed into voting against Imran Khan. 5. Supreme Court intervention. The military's involvement was also seen in the Supreme Court's decision to intervene and rule against the dismissal of the no-confidence motion, paving the way for Imran Khan's ousting. 6. Post-regime change influence. After Imran Khan's removal, the military has maintained significant influence over the new government, with reports suggesting they have a say in key appointments and policy decisions. The military's role in the regime change has raised concerns about democratic erosion, military interference in politics, undue influence over civilian governments, threats to political stability and accountability. The events have sparked debates about the need for democratic reforms, civilian supremacy, and the military's role in Pakistani politics.